Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 86 of the Mamapreneur podcast. I am your amazing, fabulous hostess with the fedora today, Robin. Welcome. Welcome. Well, you guys are in for a treat this evening. Tonight's episode is a special one. As of Tuesday, this show made 4 years old. And so I am just extremely grateful for my ladies who are here tonight. And I am grateful for you tuning in. So, buckle up. It's going to be a pretty great show. I think we got some amazing ladies. We got international on tonight. We got DFW, we got Colorado, we got Peru. That should tell you a lot tonight. So we got a nice pile of gumbo of talent that will be on tonight. So get ready, get ready, get ready. So before I get to my amazing guest, audience, we do this every show. I'm putting you guys to work. So I would like for you all to share the live broadcast. Share the live broadcast. There won't be a giveaway tonight, but I need you to share the broadcast anyway, okay? I give giveaways every show, but tonight's a little different. So please make sure that you are sharing on your platforms. If you're tuning in to the replay, give me a hashtag replay in the chat, okay? So that's number one. As I mentioned a minute ago, this show, we have people that are on the show from all over the world, but we have people that tune in from all over the world. So let me know where you're tuning in from in the chat. Let me know where you're from. I would love to know. That's whether you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Make sure that you are letting us know where you're tuning in from, whether you're watching us live right now or you're watching us via the replay. All right. And lastly, if you are an entrepreneur in the chat, type in your website, your social media. Let us know how we can connect with you. Let's network amongst ourselves in the chat. Okay? Network in the chat. So, few things. Let us know where you're from. Share the live broadcast and let us know where you're from. Make sure not only, and if you have a business, put your business information in the chat. And this is an engaging show. So if you have a question for any one of our guests tonight, type that question in the chat so we can answer those questions live on air. If you like what we're saying, if you like my hat just because you like it, go ahead and type it in the chat. It's okay. It's really okay. All right. So before I get to my amazing guest, I have a few announcements as per usual. So I have a group called the Mamapreneur Tribe, which is filled with women business owners from all over the world. If you're a female business owner and you're looking for some community, please look up the Mamapreneur Tribe in Facebook, and I will accept your invite where you can come into this group and join a community that is amazing. The group has been around a little over 3 years. I do events all over DFW, and those members get to connect at those events. So make sure that you join the Mamapreneur Tribe so you can be a part. Along with having the Mamapreneur Tribe, I host retreats. And so I am now planning the second annual Mamapreneur Retreat, Tribe Retreat, Empower, Evolve, and Elevate. Had a lot of E's there. And we are now currently accepting sponsors. So if you want to know more about how you can be a sponsor for the 2025 retreat, you can book a call with me. The calendar link should be posted shortly. So you can set up a call with me and I can go over the details on how you can be a sponsor and explain why being a sponsor can give you more exposure for your brand at the retreat. So that's that. Also, for my DFW real estate professionals, whether you're in commercial real estate, residential real estate, you work for a title company, you're a real estate attorney, you are an insurance, you are a photographer. Let's go down the line. You're an appraiser, you're an investor, so on and so forth. Moving company, credit repair. Tomorrow, I am hosting a real estate mixer along with Misha Miller, and on Realty in the Allen, Texas area. So if you are in the real estate profession and you're looking for some community, tomorrow night's event is where it's at. Link should be posted in just a moment. And it is the Keys to Connection Real Estate Networking Mixer. And it's just a great way to build community. Real estate is a huge industry, and you need all the connections you can get in the real estate industry. All right. So link should be posted in just a moment. But join us tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. Light bites. We're going to have a little fun. Anybody that's gone to a Mamapreneur event knows that we know how to have a good time, and you're going to build some true, authentic connections and community at the same time. And I'm going to put you with some people that you can make some money with. Who don't want to make money? I don't know about you. Okay. So that's tomorrow night, 5 to 8 p.m., Allen, Texas. You must register in order to attend. So link has been posted. So that is all that I have for announcements. I'm going to get right to it for this 4th anniversary episode. Woo woo. So before I get to my first guest I'm going to spotlight, I would like to shine a light on Miss Kesha Newman. She is the CEO of Power Team. We have been together all this time. This baby saw something in me for me to start a podcast. I don't know what she saw. I was nervous before going on. Anyway, you don't believe me, but whatever. So I would like to give a shout out to Kesha Newman. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Words cannot express what you mean to me, and I wouldn't be right here if it wasn't for you. So I like to give you your flowers while you can still smell them. Okay. Thank you, boo. Episode 86, girl. All right. All right. So my first guest that I'm going to give a hard time to today. No, I'm playing. I'm not going to give her a hard time. I love her. She is the amazing Brenda Austin of Now and Zen Bodyworks. She is the founder of Now and Zen Bodyworks. She has lent her talents to the service industry as a certified massage therapist, but it doesn't start there. She hosts retreats. She's a sound healer and a Reiki master. Can't wait to hear all about that. She most recently was a vendor at my wellness event back in February. She rave reviews. She did chair massages. She does lymphatic massage, sports, deep tissue, prenatal, hot stone, all the things in the massage world. She's able to provide rehabilitative massage to professional athletes and a relaxing, Robin can't talk, escape to the celebrity or the girl next door. I love me some Brenda Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, put some claps in the chat for Brenda Austin. Now and Body Works.
Wow. What an introduction. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you're here. Yay. Let everyone know who you are. I know I talked about you a little bit, but why you're so amazing. Go.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful journey to walk into this path. Massage therapy has opened me up to so many different things. I was a little shy girl from LA trying to navigate my way through life. And I got my Bachelor of Science degree in wellness. And then shortly after that, I got my massage therapy license. Not knowing what to do with it, not knowing what was this what was in store for me, but it led me to a path of where I started to me being an ex track and field athlete. I started with massaging athletes. That's for basketball, hockey, boxing, football, baseball, any sport, you name it. I was the one who people will refer me to. It was a challenge at first because so many different people can't articulate what's going on with them. And so
Uh-huh.
um, by the time you start to figure out, like, okay, this person doesn't really talk, how do I figure out what's hurting them to help them? So I started to tap into what I call my intuition. And I started to just kind of let my hands navigate to figure out what muscle was in strain, pain, or tore, or whatever it was for that person, to just realize, like, okay, Brenda, you got this. You tell me what's going on. You tell me how you want to feel. You tell me what you have going on. I would assist you from that. And which led me to be
Wow.
kind of overwhelmed for a minute. I was working early mornings to late nights, and I started to get a little burned out. And that's what led me to get more to something a little more slow pace, which was the lymphatic realm. A lot of people the last 10 years have been getting BBLs, liposuction, breast augmentations, or in a realm of where people want to enhance and so that's what I do as well. I still do my athletes who come in. They're mostly kind of retired now, but still in that level. With me working on so many people, I started to realize that I was picking up their energy. I would take their energy home. I realized that the things that I was feeling, I just was like, what's happening? What's going on? Sherry told me she had a headache. Now I have a pounding headache. And which
Wow.
led me to realize that I needed to ground myself more. I needed to be in a different space. I needed to be in a space to where my energy was mine alone and where I can feel it, where I can feel it, my energy, my power, my magic. And that's what led me to start doing hosting and holding and preparing and all types of things to assist others, because we all have different days to where we're aligned with stress and it's overwhelming. And next thing you know, we're going here and there. So um, that's where the Reiki master came for me to understand this energy that I was picking up. Not to know that, not to for me to realize that just because I pick it up doesn't mean I have to house it, doesn't mean I have to
Yes.
hold it within me. And that led me to understanding frequencies and sound healing and the different vibrations of everything. And as I started to venture out, it started to make sense of why I can pick up these things on people and realize that, oh, I can be an assistant to help them, but I don't have to carry it with me. And so now I lead monthly new moon ceremonies. I have one coming up April 26th from 7:30 to 9:30 in Addison, Texas at Now and Zen Bodyworks. And the last retreat I did was February, Mexico, and it was, gosh, it was life changing. It was so beautiful for an international retreat. I have a job form for people who's interested in any of the retreats to put their name on a list for you to be open and aware about what's coming up next. With that journey last January, I released a meditation album, and you can find it on Apple Music and Spotify as well. It is guided meditation as well as um, affirmations and guided meditations, and with the sound healing. So everything that you hear on the album is me playing some type of instrument that is allowing us to unwind, calm down, be back to who ourselves are, so we can continue to not hold the world within our shoulders, within our neck. So
Girl.
that's what I have for
Word right there.
me. Hmm?
I said, that's a word in itself right there.
Yeah, we carry a lot, especially as women. We carry it on our shoulders, we carry it in our womb, we carry, ancestral stuff with us on this path as well. And just because, somebody says that this has happened to somebody doesn't mean that that's our path and that's our story. We create our own story, we walk our own lane, and we have to stay strong within ourselves to say, I know I can do it. I can do it. I'm worthy, and I'm able to walk along this path. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Miss Brenda.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, coming back to you. So next, so we didn't start it off with healing, Reiki master, sound baths, massage. We're gonna hand it on over to some hormonal stuff, all the things. She's laughing at me because she know I'm talking about her. So Amy Beckley, faced fertility and recurrent miscarriage struggles due to hormone imbalance, and found it proved to fill the gap she discovered in both knowledge and reliable options. When perimenopause hit, Amy discovered the same fertility hormone imbalance she experienced was the cause of her debilitating symptoms. That's a whole show talking about perimenopause. Anyway, so she expanded proof to help women like her confidently manage menopause and get back to feeling more like themselves. Ladies and gents and ladies, give Amy Beckley some claps in the chat. You can unmute, Amy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, yeah. I'm so glad that you're here. Tell everyone about this amazing brand. I remember when I was looking it up after our conversation and you decided to come onto the show, I was like, man, a lot of people are going to identify with what Amy's talking about today. So go ahead and tell the people.
Yeah. I'm a scientist and always loved science and being a scientist, and I got married and tried to have kids. And I said, how hard could this be? Oh, famous last words. It was so hard. I struggled a lot. There were really no tools, and traditional healthcare was you haven't been trying long enough. You haven't had enough miscarriages. You're not old enough. Like, dismiss. Ultimately, we don't know what's wrong with you. So go spend your life savings on IVF, which we did. And I have a 14-year-old son. And then I put my science hat on and I said, I'm going to figure this out. Turned out to be a simple hormone imbalance. And I could have saved myself so much IVF, so many losses, so much stress, so much time.
Money.
Yeah. So I decided to start this company to give women access to their hormone information. Typically, all we have access to is like, when am I fertile? When can I have intercourse? But if you've been trying over 6 months, it's not an intercourse issue. It's probably something else, like you don't have eggs, you have a hormone imbalance, you're not releasing eggs. PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, super common among women. Male factor infertility is huge. Women all blame ourselves, but at 30% of the time it is them. So we have male kids as well. And then we decided, I am turning 45 in a few days and starting to experience perimenopause. And I said, these same hormone issues are causing symptoms in perimenopause. And why do we have to deal with this? Because traditional medicine doesn't treat you until you've had like your last period, but you could have symptoms starting at as early as 35. Wow. And you can track your hormones and you can track your system, your symptoms. We can help you relieve those. We can help you balance hormones. We can connect you with doctors. And so I just refuse to go into the mold of traditional healthcare, and said, women need to be in control of their bodies. They need help when they want help. They don't need to wait arbitrary time periods or not, wait if insurance covers it. Just go out and get it yourself.
In a nutshell, huh? Okay, great. Thank you, Amy. I will be talking back with you in a moment. Thank you. Next is the amazing Angela Mitchell. co-founder of Love Intentionally. Her bio is so funny. As a recovering overachiever, I can relate. She has lots of degrees, trainings, and certificates. And she's attended a lot of trainings on topics such as relationship coaching, mindfulness, behavioral change, and interventions, and many more. She's been in the field of counseling and coaching for almost 20 years, including crisis counseling for survivors of abuse, counseling children, families, and as a school counselor. And now as a couples and relationship coaching, along with her hubby, Mr. James. um, she, um, excuse me, screen froze up, y'all. Sorry. She's a wife, and her relationship work with Love Intentionally is based on her personal experience, research, practice throughout a 13-year friendship and 11-year marriage. And she says her superpower is allowing women all ages to recognize, own, and embody their goddessness. I love that word, and power. Everybody give some hand claps to Angela Mitchell. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And hailing all the way on the south side of Peru. No, I'm just joking. It's not the south side. I don't know what part of Peru you're at.
We're kind of south side. Yeah, we're kind of south side.
I was joking. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm living in Peru now. I'm originally from North Carolina, though, so I'll still drop some y'alls in there for all my Southern folks. Yeah, so I have been a counselor for over 20 years now, which I hope y'all aren't good at math because I feel 28 still in my soul, but I'm close to Amy's age. So anyway, but I've been a counselor for years. I started working with women. I love I love that sisterhood. I feel like we have often unique experiences on this planet that other women can relate to. And so I started, it was tough. It was not easy, but I was working with survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. It was great work, still work I'm passionate about. And eventually I was like, I think I need to move on to some other fields of counseling. So I've worked with kids for years. Kids are wonderful too. And then the interesting thing working with kids all those years, though, as much as I love them, kids, they don't have a lot of agency in their life, right? To necessarily make the changes. If things are tough at home, I can help give them coping skills. I can listen to them, but they don't have the power often to make, changes. And what I realized is that a lot of kids are growing up in really, well-intended homes, well-intended parents, but parents maybe don't have the skills or their relationship is tough. And so the parents are fighting and then the kids are feeling that stress. Anyway, long story short, I ended up really transitioning to working with couples. I work one-on-one with women, and then with my husband, we work 2-on-2 with couples. He's entrepreneur, men's coach, couples coach. And we are specifically working with entrepreneurs. As entrepreneurs ourselves, we found that, well, one, if anybody told y'all marriage is easy, they were lying. Even when you pick the right one, like I feel like I picked the right one and still it's not easy. And then for entrepreneurs, there's sometimes unique challenges that come along with this work, right? There's sometimes inconsistent income, or our head is always, it's hard to turn it off, right? We've got that business mind, or I got to respond to that email, or I need to set that up. So there's sometimes unique challenges that come to a relationship, whether you or your partner is an entrepreneur. So we work with entrepreneurs to help them have a thriving relationship, a relationship that's thriving just as much as their business, and vice versa. And what we found is that if home and that relationship piece is really solid, then it actually gives us the presence, the jet fuel really to also help our businesses thrive, right? Because we're not distracted by this tension at home, and it really can add momentum. And, for a lot of the couples we work with and women I work with, it's this idea that we're not willing to settle for mediocre in any areas of our life, right? So we want to make a difference in the world. We want to have thriving businesses that can support our families and our kids. We want to have an amazing relationship partnership with our ride or die, this person we've chosen to do life with, and that we're just not willing to settle for less than that. And I think sometimes what we find is people will pour so much energy into one area of their life at the expense of the other. And I just don't believe we have to do that. I think we can have it all. So that's what we're helping people do. And lastly, is, this idea too that I find really powerful is that in relationship there's a couple pretty well-known couples therapists that says we marry our unfinished business.
Wow.
And yeah, let's sink in for a minute. And I think he's right. I think, I don't think we intentionally do it, but we often, I believe God, universe, whatever you want to call it, keeps putting things in front of us until we've really dealt with it, right? And so often in our relationships come up these old wounds that we didn't handle, right? Or we were children, we couldn't handle them, right? So whether it was our relationship with our dad or mom, or we got bullied at school or whatever, we have these relational wounds that when we carry into our relationship as adults. And the beauty of that is that by it coming up in our relationships as adults, we're finally able to heal that. So I think there's a lot of power in being able to, if you have a partner, being able to work through that stuff together and come out with something remarkable. So
I love that. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So this next ball of energy, I met her at a good friend of mine's boba shop. And some time ago, then ended up reconnecting at another event here in town. And I told her I got something brewing in February in 2025, and she was down like gangbusters. So along with Brenda, I had the opportunity to have collaboration with the amazing Tanya Nawazkan. That's it, right?
That's
okay.
That's
Founder of Titan Shape, honey. When I say Titan, you say shape. She gonna say it. She gonna get you riled up, honey. That is, I'm telling you, big ball of energy. I'm gonna talk about you in just a minute with that. Originally from Congo, she grew up in the Netherlands, baby. She international. Married and moved to the United States in 2009, where she married to her husband, Patrick, for over a decade and is a proud mama of two. She has worked in the fitness industry since 2015 and believes that fitness is a way for women to change their mindset while improving their overall health. As the founder of Titan Shape, she inspires women to find their strength in their bodies and in their minds. And I've seen it firsthand. I mean, it's powerful. She likes to keep life simple and focuses on encouraging others to take care of themselves spiritually, mentally, and physically. And her mantra is, in everything you do, stand out, don't blend in.
Say it. Bring them out.
Gents and ladies, Tanya, Titan Shape. Give her some love in the chat, some claps, all the things. Yes.
Any Titans in here, y'all better make too much noise. Any Titans
right.
in this chat, I need all the energy. Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for having me, Robin. My name is Tanya. I go by personal trainer, but I would call myself more a transformation coach.
Yes, you are.
As in, I would call myself a transformation coach, as in the setting that, yes, I train women physically, strength training in a group setting, women only. That's what we do. But mostly, before we can lose the weight and make the changes physically, it starts with your mindset, accepting the change that it will require, then behavior, the behavior that will need to change for you to acquire that weight loss or the transformation that you want with your body. So pretty much what Brenda said, knowing your body, and then what Amy said, hormones, then the one that just the Angela said therapy, bringing everything together under one roof with just ladies. First, we train. Then we have every other month mindset coaching, events where we just let it out, and then resending them different resources, such as what Brenda does, such as what Angela does, such as what Amy does. But bring it all under one umbrella. That is what Titan Shape does. Physical strength training first, but beyond that, it's your mindset and behavior change that will actually lead to that transformation that will make you stand out.
Yes. What I can say about you, there are coaches everywhere. There are personal trainers everywhere. What I love the most about you, Tanya, is the authenticity that comes from you, and to see the love that you get from the people in your community. Everyone here on this show tonight is all about community and building those communities in their different areas. But what I've seen firsthand with you is the stories that I heard at my event from the ladies that came, because I talked to just about everybody individually. And so to hear how much you have impacted their lives, I think it's amazing. So just kudos to you for what you do and the passion that you have to be able to help the community that you have, and even the future community that you will reach through this show. So, all right, I'll come back to you, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Last but not least, so honey, again, we didn't got Zen, we didn't got some lymphatic drainage out. We didn't did some sports therapy, some sports massage. We didn't got you some hormone therapy. We didn't, we talking about love intentionally. Get your marriage together, even though you're in business and all the things. When I say Titan, you say shape. Now, we got a person that can take all your pictures for you. Her name is T. James of T. James Photography. She is a wife to a talented realtor, mama to two amazing boys, and a proud Oakland, California native with deep Dallas roots. Welcome to Dallas. How about them Cowboys? Anyway, a storyteller at heart who's always believed in the power of purpose and presence. After years of serving communities through social services at a federal level, she pivoted into the creative space and began her brand photography and strategy business, which is called T. James Photography, last year. Now she helps business professionals and entrepreneurs show up boldly and brilliantly with high quality visuals and strategy. She's amazing, y'all. Being a supportive cast to their genius as they build their brands that feel real, meaningful, and fully them. And she got the best personality. I love me some T. James. I remember the day we met. Just her personality. A lot of times you go to networking events and some people, it's just an organic conversation, and others are like, hi, my name is, and you keep it moving. We didn't stop there. And so I am glad that she is here today. So give, even though, we disregard that she's an Oakland, California native, that's okay. No, just kidding. T. James.
Oh my goodness.
Love you. Tell everybody.
You are too funny. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for having me, Robin. And yes, we did not stop there. I believe we got on stage and sang karaoke too.
We sure did. I got the footage to prove it. All right.
Yes, ma'am. We had a ball. But yes, I'm a brand photographer and strategist based in Dallas, Texas. Yes, originally from the Bay Area, but I have lived throughout the South for the majority of my life. Yes, and I have a background in social rehabilitation of the incarcerated population. And so I've always had a helping spirit. So after 23 years, which is amazing because I too, Angela, am only 28. So I don't know how that happened. But yes, I've had a lengthy career, but I decided to pivot into a more creative space because I've always enjoyed helping and empowering women. supporting my local community, supporting business owners and entrepreneurs. So I decided to really hone in on the branding aspect of it, because I believe that your authenticity needs to be at the forefront of your product or your service. At the end of the day, we want to be able to connect with our audience, connect with our ideal clients. They need to know your purpose. They need to know your why. You already did the hard work. You took the risk. You opened the business, So now it's time to get in front and show off your genius, show off your brilliance and who you are. And there's so many different ways to do that. But one way obviously is photography, getting in front of the camera, getting in front of the lens, speaking on a podcast about your business venture, because how are they to know if you do not let the world know? And so, high quality visuals is what I do. We also have a strategy session where we discuss and summarize what it is that you want to do with your product or your service, and how do we create a story visually to be able to, have that resonate with your ideal clients. So I help out with that. And I'm like a little cheerleader, for the most part, because I'm so proud of my clients at the end of the day. I just love hearing about all the innovative entrepreneurs that I meet and what they are doing in the community. It's awesome. All the ladies on the panel today, I mean, it's just, I hype them up. I get them ready. Let's get in front of my lens and let's make it happen.
That's right. You better say that. You better shoot your shot. I'm here for it. Well, thank you, T. So, ladies, I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So I got some rapid fire questions. Pew, pew, rapid fire. And whoever is ready to answer, you just unmute and answer the question. And it's going to be a little fun. So everybody here does something that is caring for others. How do you stay grounded and practice self-care while you care for others so deeply in your respective fields? Anybody can go. Brenda, you saying something?
Perfect question for me. I actually run. I ran 4 miles today, and for me to stay grounded, I run outside. I love the weather right now, and for me to stay grounded, I have to use my physical body. That's the biggest thing I can say. I need motion. I need movement. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not going to say that's how I unwind in self-care. I do enjoy spa services, so obviously a massage, but I like the different type of massages. I like the Thai massages, put me in this pretzel and, stretch me out, and cupping and acupuncture. Those are the type of things that I kind of call my self-care.
Acupuncture, does that hurt?
No, I actually fall asleep. It's like the best 90 minutes in the whole wide world. He taps me and he says, okay, time is up. And I'm like, do you have to use this room right after me? Because I was dreaming so well. Like, I just feel at peace. And then I just feel just whatever heaviness or anything. Like, when I do these things, it just explodes out of me. And it's just like, nope, you're not in this energy. You're not in this frequency anymore. And I just feel like shake it off. And I'm ready to start the rest of my day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. For me, it would be similar. I walk daily 30 minutes during the car line when I'm waiting for my kids, while I'm picking them up. I get out of the car, walk everything off from that part of the day. So when I get my kids in my car, I'll release whatever until that time. So walking daily for me, at the end of the day, I love to release whatever my mind is holding on to a piece of paper next to my nightstand. Just write off whatever crosses my mind. Write it off your mind and release it. Prayer time as well. And then every 3 months, I lock myself up in a hotel for 3 days. And don't call me, don't text me, I'm not available. Husband, keep the kids alive, feed them gummy bear and pizza, I'll be back. So every 3 months for 3 days, Friday to Sunday, reset, recharge, whatever you want to call it, daily, my walk / jog or run, as Brenda mentioned, and then my prayer time and nightly routine of just writing out whatever crosses my mind. I did what I could for today. Release it. Tomorrow's a new day. Bring
That's
it.
good. That's good. I have the gratitude time. That's part of that journaling gratitude time of the day. We have so much going on in our minds and things we would like to see happen, done, whatever, but we don't take the time to have that gratitude time of what's been done. So I put, that's my time, what I kind of do before I close my eyes every night.
Yeah, I can chime in. I mean, like these two lovely ladies, exercise is really important to me. It's my stress relief. And I found that I'm just in my head so much. I don't know if I have any other recovering overachiever, always in my head, to-do list. I got 3 kids, I got, right, all the things. And so I try to find ways to get in my body, right, out of my head and into my body. I actually had, Brenda, you'll probably appreciate this, a Reiki therapist one time asked me if I spent much time in my body, and I asked her if my head counted, and she said no. So so I'm always trying to get back in my body. And what I found for me is dancing. Like, I love to dance. And so I would try to meditate in the morning and I would find myself still in my thoughts. So what I started doing for my morning meditation was putting music on and just dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have that on film? I would love to see some of those moves. Don't
Yeah.
answer that.
You're
Don't
a big
answer
fan
that.
of Shakira. Yeah, no.
Too funny. Anyone else want to chime in before I get to my next question?
Well, for me, it's all depends on the day. I try to have a day on the weekend to unwind, but I feel like self-care is whatever you want to do that is going to bring you some joy and peace in that moment. So that might be going to a coffee shop with a book. That may be practicing yoga, or even sometimes I will just look for a yoga in the park, a new place and just go. I really enjoy yoga. A spa day, I really love. I'm with y'all. I'm with the massage. Love it. But yeah, and then travel anytime. If I can afford it, I'm gone. I will travel. I will go to a new place, new scenery. I really enjoy traveling. But whatever feels good to me, that's my self-care at that time, where I can turn everything off. Mother, wife, photographer, all that.
Love it. Getting near some water, real peaceful. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give my input too. I tend to feel like I work all the time and I don't have time for family. And so my downtime is with my family. And so I like to go back and forth and schedule different times and chunks during the day where it's like I wake up and do my inbox. I'm an avid Pelotoner. I'm a huge Cody Rigsby fan. Love doing that. That's my time. Get my kids ready for school, take them to school, talk to about their day, whatever. And then I work. And then I come back at 3 and I have an hour off where it's just, how was your day? Well, that's great. Nice, blah, blah, blah. And then go back. So I kind of try to flip flop. So I'm not like too obsessed about one thing or another, that I can kind of divide my time.
Okay. Amazing. Next question. If you could give an aspiring entrepreneur, any type of advice about getting into entrepreneurship, what would that be?
You got to love it. You're going to eat, breathe, sleep, all of it. So you got to love it. It's going to be up. It's going to be down. It's a big roller coaster. So make sure you love it.
Absolutely.
There is no right way of doing it. You will not please everybody as much as you would love to. So there is no right way of doing it. My mantra says, stand out, don't blend in. 25/8, meaning whatever you choose to do, like she said, be passionate about it, love it, breathe it, sleep it, all the things, do it your way. And 25/8 stands for go above and beyond. In your kindness and the way you love and the way you give and the way you do whatever you choose to do as an entrepreneur, go above and beyond. Stand out, don't blend in.
I love that. And also, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I love all of that. Yes, I say go big, go bigger, go as big as you want to. Just go ahead and take that risk. But also, because it's not going to be perfect, give yourself grace too. Just give yourself grace and pace yourself, because it's not always going to be perfect right out the gate. So that's the whole purpose. There's success and failure as well, because you learn from it and you move on and you continue until you succeed and until you reach that level that you want to reach. So give yourself grace. It'll come.
Have a support system.
Amen.
Those times, know who to call that will uplift you for those times.
And I was going to add, get clear on who you, especially if you're someone who works with clients, get clear on who your ideal client is. Because if you start working with clients that aren't, you can get burned out pretty quickly, right? They tend to be an energy drain. When you're working with the people you're meant to work with, then it's rejuvenating, right? You get excited. It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, I say just do it. Don't think about it.
Just
don't overthink it. Just start somewhere, because once you start to build traction. You start to create relationships. You start to figure out what you do like, what you don't like. You have to just do it. And I love how Dr. Amy has said, make sure you love it. Make sure you do it with passion. Make sure that you understand that, yes, work is work. And yeah, you can create hours, but work is always going to be on your brain in the back, whatever you're doing. If you think you're relaxing, oh, did I send that email? Air traveling, let me do this before I did. It's always something. And the biggest thing that I had to learn was me being a people pleaser when I first started my business. Yes, sure, of course. What time? I'm tired. Oh, I eat lunch later. You have to find boundaries within yourself and understand who your client is, and being clear. I forget who said that, but being clear, very, very clear on that is very important. The names aren't up there anymore, but being clear.
That was Angela. Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Angela, being clear on what you want to do, because it's a long road, and sometimes it can feel very, very lonely without the support system. So that's what I have.
Okay. Got it. Next question. One goal that you would like to accomplish in your business. It can be for this year, this quarter. What is one goal that you would like to accomplish this year in your business? Don't everybody scream at once. The faces.
Because there's no way to just have one goal. I think for me, I would say my main goal continuously.
I was wondering. I'm sorry, sound effects coming in. Go ahead, Tanya.
I would think for me, my main goal is to always remind myself to serve my clients with excellence. But that is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a goal that ends at a certain time. For me, it's monthly. What can I bring this month to them in an excellent way? How can I add more value to them continuously? That is my goal.
You're doing it, girl. All right. Who else?
Mine is, go ahead, Miss Amy.
Sorry. Mine was that I am going to make the government take women's health seriously. And I am not going to stop until I try to help. I've heard that you can't call it women's health anymore. You have to call it people health because of whatever's going on in the world. So you just pick women, select all, and replace with people. So like people with ovaries, people with PCOS, whatever. But yeah, we're going to make the government listen to us. I'm getting as many people as I possibly can to fund more research so that women don't have to suffer. That's my goal.
The audacity. So is it the people's bathroom too? Just saying, You
have the people's bathroom and the men's bathroom. Because you can say men. That's fine.
Wow. I've heard it all. Okay. I highly support whatever you're about to do. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay. Anybody else?
My mantra lately has been, and honestly, it should be something I should be doing all day, every day, continue to do it, is walk in love and gratitude. As long as I can find love and gratitude in everything, every person, every place, every food, every travel place I choose, love and gratitude, it goes a long way, and it just changed the frequency of using love in something, being kind to others, enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying a new person you just met, and spreading that love throughout my journey.
That's amazing. Okay. All right.
I would like to, we have what we call marriage mastermind groups. So groups of couples, group coaching programs. And I want to continue to expand that because in those groups, the couples always say they love being around other like-minded couples who can share, shared burdens, celebrate together. So celebrations are doubled and burdens are halved, right, when we share them. And so just bringing more community to people who want to live and love intentionally.
Awesome. TT, you good? Yeah.
Well, I kind of was with Tanya with I'm always striving for excellence. I'm always looking to add a more creative service. But my spirit has been led more towards assisting women with their confidence a little more. So something delving into that, maybe confidence, visibility, because in my background, I kind of pushed myself to be in front of people, to public, to speak in public and to be in front of people, to be the trainer, to be the lead. So, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I just knew that I needed to do this in order to further my skill set. So learning something new every day, I try to kind of keep that in mind for myself. So I also want to promote that with my clients too, is let's learn how to be more confident. Let's learn how to, if you're introverted, let's learn how to network and show up as your authentic self more in public, in front of people. It's harder than you think. And I've had a lot of practice, so I feel like maybe I should add that. But yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're amazing, and what you do, I think, is that's great. A great way to help people with their confidence with pictures, because some people they're just like, oh, okay, I'm here to just do some headshots, okay. And so sometimes, as a photographer, you got to loosen them up a little bit,
Yes.
bring the best out of them in the shot.
Yes. And that's the feedback I get too. They're like, oh my goodness, you made it fun. You made me feel comfortable. And of course, being all modest, I'm like, I did. So I really appreciate the feedback that I get from my clients because they all say the same thing. So, and I'm just being goofy. I'm like, you're doing it. I'm so proud of you.
That's okay.
I'm just a big cheerleader, but I am though. I'm just so proud of them, like that you did it. You're investing in yourself. You're putting yourself out there. You're taking that risk. You're continuing to build your brand. Like you're doing this. You're winning at the end of the day just because you chose to take the step. So yeah.
And you might get that person. It's their first photo shoot, and you're getting them to, even for like the podcast, I get people, it's their first time coming on to a podcast. And so I got to be goofy as well, or funny as well, so they're comfortable.
Yeah. So they'll loosen up a little bit.
I'll get that text afterwards like, yo, that was fun. Can we do that again?
And I love it. When I tell you, I just love it. It's like when you start a business that you love, and you're passionate about it. So that's what's interesting about being a brand photographer. Like I love my business. I am passionate about my business. So, and as are you. So we share that bond, so I'm just as excited and hyped as you are, so I really enjoy what I do. So.
Ladies, let everyone know how you can be followed. How can people get in touch with you? I'm looking at Brenda. Brenda, go.
Hi, you can find me at nowandsinbodyworks.com, nowandsinbodyworks on Instagram and Facebook as well.
All right. Thank you, beautiful. All right, Angela.
Yeah, you can find me at loveintentionally.com or on Instagram at loveintentionally.co. We have 2-on-2 couples coaching, 1-on-1 coaching for women, group masterminds, and retreats.
Amazing. All right, Tanya, you muted.
Oh, my website is www.titanshape.com in the DFW area. Start with strength training, but get so much more out of it within the community of just uplifting each other.
Thank you, Tanya. All right. T. James.
You can find me at tjamesphotography.com, or you can view my work. I'm also on Instagram, tjamesphotography, LinkedIn, tjames, Facebook, tjames. I also have a Brand and Connect event, which is like an introductory snapshot of a photo shoot. And it's also combined with networking. That's on May 17th. You'll find that information on my website as well. It's called Brand and Connect.
Thank you, T. All right, Amy.
All right. I froze. You can find me at provetest.com, Instagram, provetest, TikTok, provetest, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff, provetest. We're on Amazon, our website, CVS, Walgreens, HEB down in the Texas area.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies, so much for being on tonight's episode. Very grateful for each of you. You guys are doing such great things in your fields, and I know that it's going to just get greater, as time progresses. Just what everyone is doing, and I know that you are doing. I know that you are transforming lives one by one, and so I just, kudos to you guys for everything that you do for your community and your audience. So before we close out, as you all know, today is the 4th anniversary episode of the Mamapreneur podcast. April 8th, 2021. Did not know that we would still be here. 2021 was, let's just see. 4 years later, we're still here, 86 episodes, to see the transformation from the ladies that have been on the show, to see the person who's extremely nervous coming on beforehand to having their own podcast or to do their own public speaking engagements, so on and so forth, to see the growth in some of these ladies' businesses. It's just, or the networking events that I've had through the show where people are connecting with their business bestie. I mean, and so on and so forth. We'll be here all night if I tell you all the success stories so far. And Kesha had to give us a song. Need a lighter, use your flashlight on your phone, No, just kidding. So I want us to do a cute little toast at the end. And if you ladies have something a little fun you want to add to the toast, feel free. So get your cup, your water, whatever you got for our toast. Really? Kesha. So for my toast to myself, I would like to just cheers to the next 4 years and the 4 years after that of this show, for continued success of this show, and for more and more ladies to step outside of their bubble and get out there and put their businesses out there. I truly believe in every single guest that comes onto this show for their brands to evolve even more, not just from this show, but from our relationship, for who else I can get them in front of. And so cheers to year 4 of the Mamapreneur podcast. I love the variety of drinks. I love it. Anybody have anything they want to add before I close us out? Questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts. My boss used to say that. Yeah. No, nothing.
To anyone,
congratulations.
Congratulations. And to anybody out there, there is only one you, and you are a big deal. Go out there and do you.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Tanya. You're amazing. Okay. Amy?
What I was going to say is tits up. It works for all genders, all people. Because when you got your tits up, you just feel more confident and in control. So,
Tanya.
ladies.
I love it. You never know what you're going to get here at the Mamapreneur podcast. All right. Anybody else before we close out? I love you, Amy. I wish you were here.
Just congratulations. I love what you're doing. As soon as you told me about it, I was like, that's amazing. I'm so impressed. And it's just such an accomplishment. 4 years. So just, yeah. And thanks for having me.
Okay.
Glad to be a part of it.
Anything for you?
This has been amazing. Thanks for allowing us to celebrate 4 years on the Mamapreneur podcast. Many more, many years to come to you. And congratulations to all you beautiful women for being on here with us to celebrate this time together. I'm super excited.
Yes, thank you, Brenda. Thank you.
Yeah, and I was just going to say cheers to all these amazing women on here that are changing people's lives. Powerful, super powerful.
Yes. One thing I can say with this platform, it's, the people that come on, it's out of intentionality. And there's a reason for that intentionality. For you guys have such amazing things to offer. And so I want everybody to know about, I want to show you off to everybody, because everybody knows who you are, because people from all over the world are watching this show right now. So people from all over the world, and you're showing right now on multiple platforms, and they get to know who you are. So get ready for some new people to reach out. So thank you guys so much for coming on. So as we close out, don't forget DFW Real Estate Family. If you are in the real estate profession of any kind, tomorrow night, April 11th, 5 to 8, Allen, Texas. Kesha posted the link, but I'll post it as well. Join us for a cute little networking event, building that network within the real estate industry. And if you are interested in being a sponsor for the Mamapreneur Tribe Retreat and want to know more, please reach out to me or book a call with me via Calendly, and I can give you more information. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good night.